Hi Sagittarius, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Seeing some type of ending here, a big ending. A relationship? I don't know. I'm looking at the High Priestess popping out here. Sagittarius, the High Priestess. I'm hearing the one who knows all. The High Priestess does know a lot of stuff. I'm looking at Pisces on the bottom of the deck. This is a lot of Neptune I'm seeing here. Ooh. So the High Priestess is coming through to help you out. Understanding something about karma here. So Sagittarius, I'm seeing your intuition really be helping you out. Like, I'm seeing you as the High Priestess here, Sag. And we have Jupiter, too. Maybe finding comfort in a higher knowing after going through a situation that felt disappointing to you, something you feel sad about. I'm hearing disappointed again. But like that, maybe you're at a point where you're trying to find like a higher reasoning for something you experienced. Like something that will feel more like satisfying by adopting a new perspective of whatever it was that you went through. Definitely something, karmically speaking, like definitely something I'm hearing high and dry, maybe something that left you high and dry you're feeling. Maybe you felt like you also should have been able to perceive something before it happened, but it's like, if your guides wanted you to know, you would have known, and sometimes we just have to experience unpleasant things because we're meant to, because it's part of a karmic contract, you know, part of a soul contract that we signed up for. Sometimes it's like that for me. I try to pull cards on things and my guides are like, you're not allowed to know that. You have to see for yourself. We get a lot of those times here. Yeah, feeling disappointed about some type of karmic contract you had with another person. It's like, maybe you feel like you're not having luck in the relationship realm. Something like that. Maybe some type of pattern that you've experienced. But it's like, you're becoming more and more savvy. Like, I'm seeing there be a developed sense of, like, spirituality and, like, psychic understanding, things like that. It's, like, very, very deeply in touch with your intuition. Understanding that what helps you is to get connected. It's like when you meditate, when you ground, you get more in touch with yourself, with your intuition. So what's this all about? Definitely something not going as you expected. I'm hearing not going as you hoped it would. Yeah, there's such a deep sense. I'm hearing wallowing, such a deep sense of like really being in your feelings about something. Maybe you feel like somebody took advantage of your kindness, Sagittarius. Definitely Sag moon vibes here. It does not have to be, but I'm seeing something going on with like strong water placement. So you may have a water sun or Venus. Maybe even moon. Jupiter may somehow have a big impact on you. Like, this is Pisces. Pisces energy, Sagittarius energy. Yeah, I'm seeing like such deep feelings for like someone that you definitely cared for, but there's definitely something that you're trying to move through right now. It's like things didn't work out in the way that you had hoped for it to. It's like the relationship didn't develop as you had wanted it to, and maybe you're also recognizing that like it was definitely something karmic. But I'm getting that, like, the experience you had with this person, there's definitely a feeling of, like, you showing some type of, like, kindness or vulnerability or, like, being understanding and that somehow being taken advantage of. That's for sure what I'm getting here. Because it's not, like, I'm not really seeing anger. I'm seeing more so, like sadness and disappointment. Like, it definitely feels very internalized, this experience. I'm hearing the word retrograde. It's almost like, you know, when we have retrogrades in our birth chart, it's usually the energy is more internalized rather than externalized. So, for example, if your Mercury is retrograde, it's like you may be more thoughtful rather than outwardly expressive. That's just part of what the retrograde effect does. But yeah, I'm getting something like that. It's like something that you've really turned inward rather than expressing it outward based off of the emotional experience you're having. Ooh, I'm seeing a Saturn lesson here. But this means something is also over too. But definitely something really difficult. Okay, so on the other side of this, I'm seeing there be somebody coming through to make an offer for you. We're gonna get further on what this is, because I don't know, for some of you this could be the same person, for others this looks like someone new. It's like a chapter has closed and now we're opening something else up here. For some of you this could have been a lesson, like if you it could be a lesson about like waiting until the right pieces fall together, rather than like if you had been jumping into relationships, or maybe I don't know, maybe like moving through things like when you knew you needed to be patient, stuff like that. There could have been a process of like things not working. It's like it's about realizing your expectations and making them realistic to the situation that's actually happening. So it's like applying realistic expectations based off of the reality of the situation. Because I'm seeing like a lot of water energy that can very easily become ungrounded. And this means like we can definitely be having fantasies and expectations and wanting a sense of vulnerability. Yet it not being connected to the actual situation that we're moving through. So maybe something going on with that too. So it's like now after you experience this, I'm seeing there be an offer that's coming through. Something that is what you wanted. So it's like we start with a new beginning now, because that lesson is finished. And it's somebody that's coming through, somebody that's like offering something that seems very nice, at least like a new opportunity for you to have stability with a person. For some of you, I'm getting you're familiar with this person, but I don't know if that's for everyone. I'm looking at the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, a decision needs to be made. Okay, so I'm looking at, hold on one second. There may be something in the birth chart that alludes to Saturn, Scorpio, and Cancer. Like there may be something that alludes to them having contact within the birth chart. Okay, so after going through that experience, it's kind of like somebody's coming through that wants to be coming through. Somebody that's like done a lot to get to that point. And maybe you feel like you've changed a lot based off of the experience that you had in that last cycle, whatever it was that you were affected by. And I'm seeing you kind of dust yourself off, and it's about whether or not you're going to be open to a new opportunity. Like if you feel like you're ready for it. But I am seeing something come through for you. And it's about making the decision to go about, like, making confident, empowered, I'm also hearing informed decisions, Sagittarius. It's interesting, too, because in that spread, we ended with the Queen of Cups, and now we're ending with the Queen of Wands over here. I'm for sure seeing some type of offer coming through. An offer for stability in a very big sense. Ooh, for some of you, this is somebody new, I'm getting. But for others of you, I'm seeing this as someone you're familiar with, but I don't know how familiar you are with this person. But it seems like someone you know. Interesting. I'm getting this notion. There was something that you needed to learn. Maybe this was about setting, this feels such strong water energy to me. Like maybe there's some type of like, I'm hearing trine specifically, placement within your chart. It was about being able to be vulnerable and still having boundaries. And maybe this is something that taught you. I saw 1221 on the time when I looked up, taught you how to have boundaries with someone that you, I'm hearing that you felt soft for. It's like somebody that you may have made excuses before because of the way that you felt towards them. And it's about like learning how to both stand within your emotions and also have boundaries to not allow yourself to be taken advantage of because of how much you care for someone. So, like, I'm getting that that's what that lesson was about, because, again, I'm getting something, like, so deeply emotional and sensitive, but something that is so fluid that it almost, like, lacks boundaries in that way. But this is about learning that you can still maintain that vulnerability while also having boundaries, too, which actually protects you when you're in that place. And also means that you're expressing yourself, what's okay with you, what's not okay with you. All of that. And it's almost like because you needed to learn that lesson, because you have completed this lesson, now something that's actually going to work for you is coming through for you. This is what I'm getting here. It's like something that you've been wishing for, something you've been wanting. Like, look at that person. It's like, I can't stop thinking about it. This is the wish fulfillment. It's this person coming through, whoever this is. This would be somebody very reliable and stable. I'm getting a lot of grounded energy. I'm being super drawn to all of the pentacles. You guys may butt heads because this person moves more slowly than you do, Sagittarius. Because I'm seeing like earth and fire here meeting. Like, I'm getting some type of square that you guys have. I don't know which planets are involved in this, but I'm getting something like that. Like there's some type of, I'm hearing conflict within the birth chart. Anything can be worked out. There are no, like, good or bad. It's all a matter of, like, working things out and moving with the energy. So there's definitely a desire for this person to come through, and I'm getting that it's something mutual as well. Like, I'm seeing this person suiting up and really ready to come through for you. There could also be some type of, like, decision that's being made around, like, housing or also money, like 3D things. And you may still feel a little bit conflicted about taking this opportunity. Very interesting. But why? Maybe because of some type of clashing with this person. Again, I'm getting something about them moving slowly. Some type of slow moving energy. I'm looking at Saturn. I'm looking at Scorpio. I'm looking at Cancer here. I think this all comes down to communication. And getting to a point where you're feeling more comfortable, like, expressing yourself and your needs and also setting your boundaries too. Because this person may like to do things a particular way, and maybe you do too, and maybe it's about expressing this. There's definitely a sense of nervousness, some type of issue with setting boundaries in the past that kind of gets this person in their head. It's like this nervousness about, like, oh, if I'm, like, having feelings for somebody, it's going to be more difficult for me to set boundaries. Like, feeling worried about that. It doesn't feel like it's actually happening. It feels like this is something that, that there's some type of anxiety over. It's like some type of stuck feeling when it comes to, I'm hearing emerging emotions, but it's like expressing emotions. And it's based off of something from the past. Yeah, I'm getting, like, a big anxiety here. I'm hearing worry, but that's going to be balanced out. Oh, okay. The more that this is entered into, whatever, like, dynamic this is, the more like slow paced it is, not to the point where, like, nothing is moving, but it's like the more you take your time, I'm getting like there be more of feeling comfortable with self-expression here. And there's also a sense of grounding that's happening. Like, I'm seeing things from the past that are being healed. So someone feels more comfortable expressing what's going on, but it's because they're addressing stuff from the past. Maybe there's also some healing that needed to be done prior to moving into a successful relationship with someone in the future, too. But it's almost like a new leaf that's being turned over when it comes to the way someone manages their emotions, the way that they express themselves based off of the past experiences that they've had. So this person no longer feels conflicted anymore. It's like, whoever this person is, like, the reason that they were feeling so caught up in so caught up in their head. It's like they're finally gaining clarity on this, and they're understanding that, like, this goes all the way back to the relationship where they needed to be setting boundaries while also being vulnerable and not, like, holding on to resentments and stuff like that, or not feeling like they're going to be taken advantage of because they're learning how to set boundaries properly. And it's like, now they're understanding that the whole reason they felt conflicted moving into a new space with a new person is because they were worried that the same thing was going to happen, but this is something that they're addressing and something that they're healing. So something deeply psychological that's been going on. All of the readings have been like this today. I feel like I'm going through a maze with all of them. In this spread, just this spread, I'm seeing Uranus energy. Uranus can allude to the future. There's definitely some sense as well of future thinking with this person, and like that's why they get caught up in their head. Like definitely, I'm hearing the temptation of anxiety, definitely something that they deal with. Okay, we're going to end it there, my friends. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for joining. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.